Alright, so today we've got a very interesting video. Now, last year, Fantasy League, Big Man Baker came fourth in the world. Now, Big Man Baker is clearly a very good Fantasy Premier League player, and he was on John Nellis's channel, YouTube channel, talking about his team for this season. Now, right now, we're going to be breaking down his team, the guy that came fourth in the world, out of the entire world for Fantasy League. We're going to take a look at what he's been saying and what his logic is behind this team that you see on screen, because it's a very interesting team. It's very different to my team, and he's really going down the meta of having lots of people at the back. So let's have a little look at this. Well, I believe he's top fourth in the world, or it says Big Man Baker's FPL team reveal 3 times top 5k. So I guess he's been in the top 5k 3 times. So let's take a look at this. Clearly, if he's been in the top 5 3k, well, top 3k 5 times, he's clearly skilled, is what I mean. So let's take a little look. So Raya obviously is a goalkeeper that's going to be getting a lot of save points, maybe not too many clean sheets. And then you look at his defence. Now, interestingly enough, he's gone very heavy on his defence. Cancelo, James, Chilwell, Perisic, Alexander-Arnold. Now, Alexander-Arnold, he's a must. He scores goals, he takes free kicks, he takes corners. He's very attackive, and Liverpool have got a very solid defence, especially with the likes of Van Dijk and Matip, and they control games, clean sheets and points. Perisic is going to be playing in midfield, I believe, or he's going to be a very attacking again. Very attacking as a wing-back. He normally plays midfield. He's Spurs' new signing. He could really be getting some assists to the likes of Kane, especially with Kane, having a really good head on him. Son, making them runs. This could be a very dynamic partnership. I think it's a great move coming in from wherever he came from. Again, I do want to get him, but I'm going to wait to see what it's like when and who Spurs play in midfield / what they're like on the very first season, the game of the season. But I like the idea of him. He's got a tough fixture against Chelsea. Then you've got Chilwell and James doubling up on the fullbacks for Chelsea. If they play together well like they did at the start of last season, it's going to go down incredibly well. I understand having Reece James. I think he's an absolute weapon. Same for Chilwell, but I think Chilwell is very injury prone. So I don't know if I'd want to double down on Chelsea players just yet, especially because I think their clean sheet probability is a tiny bit less likely, especially with Spurs in the second game week. Then Cancelo, again, I haven't got Cancelo in my team, but I know that people love him. He scores a lot of goals. Again, with Haaland there, I don't know. I feel like Cancelo is great because of the clean sheets and the goals and the game time that he gets. So I understand why he's got him. For me, and my team only has Alexander-Arnold, James, Zinchenko and Ederson in goals. So it's a similar dynamic. I just haven't gone as heavy on the defence. Midfield, he's gone Salah, Diaz, Neto. Now, he's doubling up on Diaz and Salah. I don't know about that. I think Salah is going to be a must. 13 million is very expensive. But I think for the likes of Diaz, is he going to get rotated? They've got Nunes, they've got Jota, they've got Firmino still. They've obviously got Salah. There's a lot of players that are going to be inside that contention to take the midfield, the 3 attacking spots, basically. And I feel like Diaz could be one that's rotated. And for 9 million or 8 million, he is quite expensive. I'd rather get the guarantee of Salah playing. So I'm surprised he's doubled down on the 2 Liverpool players. But again, if Liverpool are scoring goals, all of them are going to be involved. All of them are. Salah's a must. He scored recently, took a penalty. That's good to know in the Community Shield. He also scored in pre-season, got an assist the other day as well. Alexander-Arnold scored. Neto scored 3 goals, 2 assists in pre-season. Everybody's got him, to be fair, quite a lot of people for a 5.5 value midfielder. Podence is a good alternative in my opinion, but with a consistent pre-season, if Wolves are able to play well, they've got interesting first fixtures against Leeds and Fulham. I think they should do all right, so I understand again why he's got him. If Wolves score, Neto, Podence maybe are going to be at the very forefront of this. Up front, Jesus, he's been banging in 6 goals in pre-season, 1 assist. Arsenal have been battering teams, even though they haven't had most of the possession. I feel like coming in at 69% ownership, Jesus is a player that, it's almost more of a disadvantage not to own him, and it's more risky not to have him than to have him, sort of thing. So at 8 million, he's a very good buy. I could be very tempted with some more Arsenal players. I've got Zinchenko. Hopefully he plays in my team. Then finally, Haaland with some interesting fixtures to start with against West Ham, Bournemouth, Newcastle. If they unlock his potential, he should have scored 2 in the Community Shield. They didn't use him apparently as much for the runs, but he is going to be an absolute beast. Then on the bench, Andreas, he's going to be probably playing from Man United to Fulham. Greenwood, because he's likely to get the most minutes out of everyone else. He's a 4.5 mil striker. And then Colback, I'm not too sure on Colback. So his team, in my opinion, is very defence heavy. It's going to be, if the teams blow on a clean sheet, he could slightly be in the mud. All of his midfielders and attackers are roughly very premium. Same for his defenders. Obviously, premium defenders are a bit cheaper. Now, John Nellis used a Fantasy Premier League Hub rating thing, and it gave him a team rating of 97%, the highest ever, a predicted points of 68.9 every game week. So maybe you're predicting 30 points from the defenders, 20 from captain and midfielders and Diaz, and then maybe 18 from the strikers. So it's an interesting team. Obviously, again, like me, he's not gone for Kane. He's not gone for Son. That seems to be the meta. You're either going for Haaland, Salah, Son, Kane. You're going to have 2 of them 4 players. My dad's doubled up on Son and Kane, which is quite crazy. But it could pay off very heavily. So let me know what you think of that team. I think it's very interesting, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think of this crazy 4th in the world team. Yeah, and credit to John Nellis, credit to Big Man Baker. They made this happen. Definitely go and check out their socials, their channels. Nice one, guys. Cheers.
All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave. How I behave. How I behave. How I behave. I don't even know. All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave. How I behave. How I behave. How I behave. I don't even know. All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave. How I behave. How I behave. All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave. How I behave.